live? I'm doing this on my phone again. Can you guys hear me and see me? All right, I guess we're good. It's been a while. We haven't talked in a few weeks here. A lot has happened. There's been some changes. So, yeah, we're about to get rid of Trump. This is a good time to be alive. I see how I look on, qualities. It looks great on my phone, but when I look at my computer, I look really like washed out, sort of. I need to find a better angle. I don't know. All right, my phone is being weird. I'm sorry. It looks nice here, but when I look at how it looks there, it's not the best. So how have y'all been? Oh my goodness. I think this is my first stream in like a month. It's weird, like after doing them every Friday for like 20 consecutive weeks, or 17 consecutive weeks, 20 total, and then, yeah, it's been a, it's been a minute. So what do y'all want to talk about? Because like I'm still on this post-Trump high, even though he still hasn't like admitted that he lost yet. I just thought it was hilarious because I saw like CNN footage from 2016 when he won. Because for those who don't know, like there's people outside of America too. The final electoral vote looks to be 306 for Biden and 232 for Trump, which is just karma is alive and well, because that is the exact opposite from Trump's 306 to Hillary's 232 in 2016. So, back then though, he was like, we won by a landslide. It was a landslide, folks. It's a landslide again, but he still don't want to admit it. And as we speak, in Washington, D.C., a bunch of Trump people are gathering to protest the election. COVID, there's been like 150,000 new cases yesterday alone, and they're gathering, mostly maskless, in Washington, D.C. I can't. So, what do y'all want to talk about? Because it's been a lot. It's been a minute. Any like questions about Korea, updates about your life, all that good stuff? So yeah, I'm going to be looking over here at my computer so I can see the questions, because I'm just looking at my phone this way. So, yeah. Tina Miller, even for Fox News is fed up with him. Even Fox News is fed up with him. Yeah, I heard that he was upset because they called Arizona, like they were one of the first networks to call Arizona for Biden. So he's like, oh, they're fake, they're not the elite. And now I honestly expect him to come up with his own news network. Like I'm predicting there will be like Trump television after all this is done, because he has like 72 million votes still, which is just mind blowing. But all those people, they're not going to just go away, unfortunately, with him. So he's going to try to cash in on this as much as he can, because he's broke. His businesses have failed. He's tarnished his reputation. He's a joke. Like, he has nothing else going for him but this cult following he's gathered. Ugh. It's Galen Liu. What plans for Korea? So yeah, the plans are still currently the same, but my mom, for those who don't know, I'm planning to go back to Korea in January, but my mom told me on December 11th, because now I finally have an update about the date. On December 11th, she will get her doctor's appointment, so we'll know if she needs her second surgery. If she does need another surgery, then I'll probably hold off on Korea until like March or February, depending on how her recovery goes. If she's good to go, then I will be out to Korea in January. So, yup. Reverie F is 25 too old to be an epic teacher in Korea. What? LOL, I make a lot in London already. Should I leave my high paying job and just go? I want to travel, so I'm in a pickle. 25? Bruh. I met teachers who are like in their 40s and 50s with families in Korea, and they're English teachers. Like, as long as you're under 65, you can apply to be a teacher in Korea. Like, there's no age limit. Um, I will say it's most people that I've met go like right after college, so like they're 22 to like 20, yeah, like or like 22 to 30. Like sometimes they just want that change for a little bit. As far as the pay, I will say, there's not much room for growth when teaching, but it's a comfortable living, especially since they pay your rent for you. But it depends on, do you want to be more, financially motivated or more like adventurously motivated? Because if you want to travel, do it. But if, the money's too good to go, I totally understand that too. But 25 is far from too old to go and teach in Korea. I think the oldest person I met who was an English teacher, he was like 53 and he had been there for like 8 years. So he came kind of later in, the teaching career. So yeah, you're definitely not too old to go. Kate Alexandria, he's definitely gonna have his own little militia. Yeah, like even right now in DC, there's like the Proud Boys and all like this. I just imagine a bunch of dudes putting on army fatigue, gathering guns, and being like, "Look, we're heroes, pew pew." Like I can't. Oh god. Um. Uh. Jocelyn Louise. Oh, I remember doing some Zoom calls with you. Can you still be a teacher without a degree? I'm still in college. I'm working on my associates. The only way you can do that is if you do the talk program because they're the only ones who accept you. Um, they accept an associate's degree or they accept you being enrolled for your bachelor's. That's pretty much the only way, unless there's some illegal underwater backward school that's like, we'll pay you under the table and no one has to know. Some things like that are a thing too, but I would not do that because, you might not get paid, you could get deported, it's illegal. So yeah, you need either an associate's degree or to be enrolled in your bachelor's, but that's just the talk program because everybody else requires a bachelor's degree. I said, um, Tina Miller, I know you worked at a public school, but have you heard anything bad about Hagwons? All the bad stuff I've heard were from Hagwons because they like to do this thing where they will fire you or let you go before you're supposed to get like your severance package. They also the hours are way longer. You get fewer days off. Usually, I never hear anything bad about public schools. That's where people want to work. Hagwons are just abundant and so easy to get. So most people end up working at Hagwons. But yeah, the most of the bad stuff that I heard was Hagwons. um, I said young. Why is that song in my head? I was just watching Trevor Noah, and you know how at the end of the week he does on YouTube, like they do like a what happened this week. So it was all of the news from last week combined, and they were making fun of Trump for playing the YMCA because like he don't know what the song's about. So when we were celebrating him losing last weekend, people were dancing the YMCA. So now that song's in my head. um, Abigail Royals, do you speak fluent Korean? I definitely do not. Um, Yeah, I don't. I'm still like I can ask basic questions. I'm pretty good with vocabulary. I'm not good at all when it comes to listening. When someone tries to speak Korean to me, I'll just give them this you lost me look because yeah, definitely not fluent. um, as long to stay. Ashley Brown, what do you say for a woman who is going to Korea or visiting Korea? What is the first thing they should do? Uh, do you mean like practically or like for fun? Because first you want to make sure you got your. Because last time I went, they used to have like the visa that was like a sticker, and when I went last, it's just like a little piece of paper, so it fell right out of my passport. So make sure you have that secured, because I lost my visa in the airport. That was fun, having to retrace my steps and look down. But it turns out it was actually at the desk, and when they checked my passport, they didn't like put it in. So make sure your visa's secured. But it depends on the time of year you go to, because like there's different stuff to do different times of the year. I'll say young man. Why is it so... Ugh. of songs, oh my god, I just heard Monsta X's Night View from their new album. And I feel bad for ever doubting them because I'm not gonna lie. After One Ho left, I was like, yo, they're not the same. Like the boys, like the formation is weird. Like seeing how they line up and then one person's behind the middle dude, I'm like, oh, they're not the same anymore. But after hearing, because I didn't like Fantasia that much, but I love Love Killer, and Night View is the best. Oh my god, if y'all haven't heard Night View, listen to it. I actually feel like I want to play it now. Oh, Shayla, thank you. How's it going? Honestly, I've been in a great ass mood since the election was called for Biden last weekend. Obviously, I know we still have our problems in the States. It just gave me a little bit of hope for humanity. It gave me a little bit of hope for this country. And then even seeing Boris Johnson turn on him, that was like his BFF, I thought. He's like, I've called President-elect Biden, and I've congratulated him. And Trump's probably like, you loser, you're a sellout, they're all fake. I was really happy to see that. Oh, man. Layla J, love your hair, girl. Thank you. Oh my god. This took forever to do. It's, yeah. I feel like I have to redo them pretty often, especially to keep, like, the little curly pieces in. Yeah. But thank you. It's been, honestly, I feel like one of the good things about 2020 is I've been able to grow out my hair. My hair is getting long again after it was blonde, and I had to cut the shit out of it. So that's a good thing I look forward to. It's getting long. The only thing is, the longer these braids are, I'm just like, oh my god, it takes forever to do. But thank you. Oh, Jayla, thank you. I love these little like emotes. They're so cute. Oh, little chime. Allah, A-A-L-A-O, Allah-O? I mean, Trump was so close with the votes too, which is scary. See, but he wasn't. I mean, it's annoying that he got as many votes as he did, but Biden has like 78 million votes. Trump has like 72 million, and you need 270 electoral votes to win, and Biden has 306, Trump has 232. So he keeps trying to sue all these states. He needs hella states to overturn thousands of votes, hundreds of thousands of votes. Like, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie. That that Tuesday night, I went to bed defeated. It felt like a repeat of 2016 all over again. I was about to cry. I was like, why is this happening again? Like, I was like, I'm getting out of this country. And I even took a poll on Instagram. I was like, should I go to the UK or Canada? So yeah, I went to sleep feeling pretty defeated because when I went to sleep, Michigan was red, Pennsylvania was red, Wisconsin was red. Pretty much every state we needed to go back blue was still red. But then once the mail-in votes started to come in, it switched, and I was just like, okay, all right, I'm liking this. And then Arizona was starting to show its allegiance, and then Georgia even was getting closer and closer. I'm like, Georgia, that's so random. And then Nevada took their time. Which, I mean, they even went blue for Hillary, so I didn't see them going back red. I just don't know what took so long. But yeah, it was a stressful night. And it was crazy. In 2016, the day that Trump won, I remember I was still at Rutgers, Newark, on campus. It was rainy and gloomy. Everybody was just kind of like, oh my God, what is about to happen in this country? Because my campus was actually a sanctuary campus, so we had a lot of undocumented students there, for example. So even all the professors the next day were like, we'll get through this together, guys. Like, how do you guys? It became just a therapy session. Like, we all just vented our worries. And that's when I was like, I'm going to Korea. Literally, if you look at my passport, it was issued to me on November, like, 16th, mid-November. And that was like 2 or 3 weeks after Trump won. I had it expedited. I was like, I'm not going to be here for this. And then last weekend, it actually rained here in like the LA area. It rained, which I've been wanting for months. If you guys know me, I love rain. And then we even had a double rainbow. Oh my God, it was beautiful. We had a double rainbow. I was like, no freaking way. We were for those the channel members, I'm gonna upload this video after this stream, but I finished it last night, so I uploaded it, showed them. But I mentioned how, you know, it was a double rainbow and we were out in Santa Monica Boulevard and it was like car parades, like people just waving their Black Lives Matter flags and rainbow flags and pride. It was a great environment and everybody wore masks. So yeah. I've been in a great mood, long story short. um, a tiny underscore stay underscore Moa and Army for life. Do you recommend a place to get your hair braided in Seoul? Here's the thing. It's a one. Literally every time we're clubbing and I'm like, oh my God, I like your braid. Like here's what I love giving random girls compliments, especially while we out clubbing. When you get a compliment from another girl, it just makes you feel like, ooh, I'm that bitch. Like it makes you feel good. So I like braids and stuff. So when I see girls clubbing, I'm like, oh my God, I love your hair. Where'd you get it done? They always say it's a one. Now, personally, I always braid and twist my own hair. So the only time I've ever gotten my hair done, like especially since I was a teenager, I've been doing my own hair. The only thing I don't do for myself is a Korean magic straight perm. I went to a salon in Jeju called Kevin's Salon for that twice because I had to get a touch up. But other than that, it's a one. That's where you go to get all your braids and twists and stuff. Every girl I have ever approached in Korea to say, I like your hair, it's a one. It's always it's a one. Also, my friend Bria does hair too. If you might need a little hookup, I might be able to hook you up with that because she actually like has people come over to her apartment and she braids their hair. It's probably cheaper with her too. So let me know if you need those details. Oh, this is a good question. Diane Thomas, who's your bias and bias record in Monster X? It's funny you say that because I think since I heard Lost in a Dream from I think it was 2018 album. I forgot what the name of the album was. But Kihyun has been my favorite. Now, when I first heard of Monster X and first saw them, Wonho was my favorite. But I'm weird, apparently, because I don't like all the muscles. Everybody's like, what? That's amazing. I don't like a lot of like bulk. It's just not my thing. So as soon as he started to transform into this muscle thing, I started to look more at Kihyun, and I love his vocals. Ugh, when he speaks English is so cute. Now, I said that, and I mean that, but after I saw the, Love Killer video, I accidentally posted that I Am was my bias. No, he's my bias wrecker, but yeah, so it's Kihyun and I Am, but I Am has been like, I feel like he decided to be the hoe in Wonho's place. He's like, well, Wonho's gone, someone's got to do the job. I volunteer as tribute. He's been a hoe lately. Even on his Instagram, I'm like, who are you? Like, I remember him being like this weird, quirky dude. Like, I mean, he is pretty awkward and weird. But now he's like sexy too, so it's interesting. School me. Danielle, that's comfortable to know. I can't go without my braids. Yeah. Now, I will say it might be cheaper for you to order your braiding hair online because my friend Ebony showed me where she buys her braiding hair, and it was in Itaewon. But you know how in the States you can get a pack of braiding hair for like $5.99 for the jumbo long stuff? In Korea, that was like $29.99 or like 20,000 won. I'm like, is this gonna do my whole head? Like, are you kidding me? So I will order it online. Like, if you saw when I went to Hong Kong, I had my hair in Senegalese twist. I ordered that hair online, and it was cheaper than going to get it in person in Itaewon. I ordered on eBay, but you can probably do like Amazon or other stuff. So I would recommend that. Don't buy it in person. It's, whew, that's how they get you. Filmmaker of the 2000s, Super M Tiger inside. No, see, okay. I feel like Super M, they're ambitious. Like, I like the idea of people from like very notable SM groups gathering to like be this super unit. I like the idea, but there haven't been that many songs of theirs that I liked. I feel like the hype kind of let me down a little bit. And then I didn't even know who half of them were. Like when the group first started, I only knew Mark because he's in like all the NCT subunits. Of course I knew Kai and Baekhyun and Taemin, and I think those are the only members I knew. And they're like, yeah, they're in NCT, and there's like 35 of them, so I don't know all of them, but NCT just gives off straight up hoe vibes. Like I was even watching this video about controversial K-pop lyrics, and NCT made the list so many times. Like they are hoes. They are the definition of hoe. They're the hoe ambassadors of Korea. Yeah, I don't know. Bailey Delk, do you like Stray Kids? I like a few of their songs. I think when I heard God's Menu, I was like, okay, this is a group I should be paying attention to. Yeah. God's Menu, I like Backdoor too. I haven't really listened to any of their older music. Like, I know stuff from like this year. That's pretty much it. Because I've said this a lot. Like, I'm 27, so I can't listen to groups that are like so young. It makes me feel weird. So I feel like as my favorite groups get older, I'll probably just naturally grow with them and fade out of K-pop. Like, once they go, I'll probably go too. Because I'm not going to be like 50 or 60 listening to like 18-year-olds and 16-year-olds sing about love and dancing and not really my thing. But I always thought that the Stray Kids were like hella young. So speaking of Stray Kids and JYP, I am looking forward to GOT7's comeback. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm a little upset with JB's mullet. I've really missed that length he had. Oh my god, I used to love that hair. Why did he cut it in May? Was it like May? April, like April-ish? March, April-ish? I was shook with that comeback. That hair, ugh. Yeah, JB's my favorite in GOT7 if you can't tell. But I didn't mind his mullet in like the look video. Look at me now. I didn't mind it then, but I don't like the mullet he's doing so much now. But I'm also a little worried it's like last breath or something, so it makes me worry that they're like, it makes me worry that they're probably this. I hope this isn't their last song. I really hope that they're gonna stay together. But a lot of people are like, oh, Jackson's probably gonna go off and do his own thing, so that makes me worried. If you guys if you guys can see, Studio June, aka that racist dude June Lee, is watching, so I'm just gonna block that. Why is he even watching my streams? Interesting. How do I, yeah, hide user on this channel? Alright, good to know. Alright, yeah, GOT7. Oh my god, SA.123 J-Bum should have gotten an undercut. If he got an undercut, I don't think my heart would function anymore. I don't know what it is, but when people get undercuts, I just look at them so differently. Like even Suga's, he's like probably number 3 for me, but when he gets that undercut, he bumps up and he's like nudging Namjoon a little bit, so it's a little interesting. You look at me now. I feel like I want to play that song Night View. I freaking love that song so much. It's so like chill. Oh god, I love that song. Brianna Dawson, what do you think about TXT? I don't listen to TXT. There's a few songs I like, and I feel like I really wanted to like them because they're like, you know, underlings to BTS and they're like label mates with them, but I can't really get into them too much. I don't know. Yeah. Baby May, yes, Bam Bam with the undercut. Wow. See, and I was saying this the other day. To me, Bam Bam just gives off like little brother vibes. Like he seems like a whole little brother. Like he reminds me of my little brother, and my little brother is a hoe. So I can't really look at Bam Bam like that either. I think JB and Yoogim are my favorite 2 members. It used to be Jackson, not so much anymore. But I can't look at Bam Bam that way either. He's like my whole little brother. Poofy Cat, Poofy. You left Jackson for dead, Cece. I didn't leave him for dead. I mean, like, and I'm not like a fan of like the way he sounds when he raps, that voice, like the raspy thing. I'm just like, do you need a cough drop, sir? You good? I don't know. Like, even his solo music, I'm not really a fan of his solo music. When the members do their solo stuff, like, I think when I heard Focus, Just Focus on Me with JB and Yoogim, I was like, these 2 forever. These 2 are my favorites. Even when they did their solo songs on their album, and I like Yoogim's song Fine, and I like JB's song Sunrise. The rest, I didn't. I mean, Youth from Jin Young wasn't so bad, but I think Bam Bam's, was it Party? And then I forgot what Jackson's was. Was it like On My Way or We Made It or something? I didn't like those. But yeah, even JB and Yoogim's musical style, I vibe with it. I love it so much. Rania 2410. I love when you do the jack. Speaking of Rania, have y'all heard Black Swan? Their song Tonight. I actually like it, and I was pleasantly surprised to see it's doing pretty well ranking wise, and it was really refreshing to see her actually able to perform with them because they did Alex so wrong, where she would come out, sing her part, and then go off like she'd leave the stage. Like what? I still don't understand what happened with all that. But yeah, I hope Black Swan is doing well. Like I love that she speaks Korean too. She speaks several languages, and she seems to her voice and the rap. I like her. I think Black Swan is going to do well. I didn't even realize that some of the Black Swan members are former Rania members. I had no idea until I looked at their profiles to like see their ages and stuff, and I was like, oh, you were, oh, it makes a lot more sense now. Because I thought it was kind of rude where they were saying like goodbye to Rania, and I was like, rude? But I didn't know they were like a part of it too, so I was like, okay, I guess it's not so bad. I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling good right now. Oh, what's it say? MRI, apparently Rania's vocals were on the new Black Swan album. Wait, who from Rania though? Like, Alec, oh, that'd be messed up. If her, I don't think so. That would be too easy to notice. But yeah, I thought it was like a diss thing, like we're better than Rania with their goodbye Rania. I was like, damn. I thought it was shady. I didn't realize it was like an evolution sort of thing. Like that makes more sense to me. I was like, okay, not everything is shady, Isis. Okay. Yeah, Zakira Walker. Isn't the album called Goodbye Rania? Yeah, so I thought it was like a shady thing. I thought they were like we're better than them. We're done with that. But I didn't realize that some of the Rania members are also in Black Swan. So I was like, okay, that's not so bad. Oh, Jayla, thank you again. Who's your profile pic? I just see like spiky red anime hair. Diane Thomas, wait, what's your order of BTS if you say Suga's number 3? I'm depressed, or I'm depressed? Desperate to know? Depressed to know? So number, it's hard, because it has, okay, the only position that has never changed is Namjoon being number 1. The rest has just evolved and jumbled around many times, but presently, the rankings go Namjoon, Jungkook, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jin. Yeah, I think that would be currently. I remember when I first saw American Hustle Life, Jin used to be second. So like it changes all the time. Honestly, only 1 through 3 kind of matters because the rest is like a four-way tie for 4th. It's too hard to pick the order, but Namjoon has been consistently number 1 for me. Now focus on me. Keep your eyes on me. I love that song. MRI, Alex from Rania came on Grace's channel and told her that her vocals were on the Black Swan album, LOL awkward. Ooh, yeah, that is awkward. I was surprised because I've tried to like talk to Alex a few times. I was like, oh my god, like I'd love to do a video with you. Never got a response, but she follows me on Instagram now. I was like, did she get hacked? Like, is this an accident? But yeah, she follows me. So I was like, recognition, yay. But I still haven't gotten like a response as far as working. Because I know she used to be in LA, but I didn't know she was back in Texas. So that would have been cool to meet her. Because I remember actually back in like 2017, I messaged her. I was like, oh my god, like you're so inspirational, like on Instagram. And she just sent like, oh, thank you, like a smile. And that was the one time I ever got a response from her. But she follows me, so that's fun. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Frank, swalla la la. Oh, excuse me, I'm a little gassy. I just had donuts for breakfast because I'm a mature adult. I'm very responsible. Azra Kazmi? I'm trying. I can't read. If you ever have a chance to visit Siberia, Belgrade in particular, I think you would like that country and their lifestyle. whoever went there, they were pleasantly surprised and they loved it. Oh, excuse me. That sounds interesting. I mean, I do like colder weather. People are like, how do you, I don't like hot weather. I don't like summer. I don't like being sweaty. I don't like being sticky. I would rather put on a cute sweater and some boots than have to wear a tank top because it's too hot. Yeah. I don't even like wearing tank tops because like, I don't like to feel my arm touch myself. Like, I know I'm weird. I don't like to feel like my arm touch me because I feel too hot. So I don't even like to wear, yeah. Cam 413 donuts. Isn't it about time for lunch? Well, it's only noonish for me. So I had my donuts at like 11, but then I woke up at like 10. So nah. I mean, I don't really eat lunch. I kind of eat breakfast and then I snack a lot until dinner. Shimmy yeah. Oh, I love that invitation. LAS makeup, if you like the cold weather, come here to London, girl. I have been trying. Oh my god, I've been trying so hard to go to London. And it's funny because even last night, earlier this year, back in January, I got really into like British television. I started watching this show called Can't Pay Will Take It Away. Then that got me into this show called Nightmare Tenants and Slum Landlords. And then I watched a show last night. I binged like 4 episodes called The Sheriffs Are Coming. Why are there so many shows about people getting stuff repossessed because they owe a debt? Like, what is going on? But it's so good. I keep watching. I tried to go to London this year for my birthday. Did not work out because Corona. So I'm going to try to go next year. I'm desperately going to try to go next year. The brickstone and people driving on the other side of the road and on the other side of the car and the rainy, cloudy weather. I feel like it's just, I would vibe well with the UK in general. I absolutely want to go. Pamela Hobbs, have you heard about the Jason Derulo incident with BTS? I have, but I don't really know that much. Like, I know he had a song called Savage Love that did like okay. But then when BTS said, we're going to do a remix, it got to #1. And Jason Derulo was out celebrating, and he didn't mention BTS at all. So people are like, how dare you? Like, ARMY, you know, we got you this #1. Nobody would even be talking about the song if it wasn't for BTS. And then he says something like, I now respect BTS because of their fans, or something like that. I don't know the full details, but I do know he kind of shaded them with not giving them any credit for Savage Love going #1. That's all I know. Savage Love, did somebody break it? Honestly, I didn't know that song was hit. I didn't know it until I heard BTS's remix. Like, for those who don't know, I'm actually on TikTok now. I just started like 2 weeks ago. But I remember like going on Instagram and seeing people do like Savage Love dances. But I didn't know that was Jason Derulo because I just heard the instrumental. And then I heard BTS's remix. I was like, oh, I like this. So yeah. Credit where credit's due, bro. That's shady. Oh, Jayla. What should I say it in Korean? Dashi kamsahamnida. Thank you again. Dean or 93. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire story. I mean, yeah, that's a little shit. I wonder. I hate to say it, but I really feel like a lot of people in the West, for example, just want to use BTS for their name because they know how diehard the fans are and how like powerful the fans are. So they're like, let's get BTS on this song. Let's see if they want to co-write this song with us, just for name only, and not like actually appreciating them and their hard work and the barriers they've broken. So that kind of thing is really disappointing. I hope they don't feel like used. You know what I mean? Because I feel like they shouldn't be taken for granted in that way. Like, I hope they don't just feel like, wow, you know, we want to break into this Western market, but they just want to use us for name and then be like, oh, yeah, that was done. Good for you. Thank you. Bye-bye. You're dismissed. I hope it doesn't come to that. I really do. Hey. I'm just a Dorito. About British TV, did you watch Sex Education? I watched the first episode. But then I got sucked into, because I tend to gravitate towards, like, crime dramas as opposed to, like, I guess comedies and raunchy stuff. So I started watching that, and then I got into Broadchurch, and that's what I've been watching as of late. I'm on season 3 of Broadchurch, so once I'm done with that, I'll probably get back to some of the funny stuff. Because British people are freaking funny. The deadpan humor and the sarcasm. I love it. It is so funny. Oh man. Kiki Yonsuji. I don't know. I thought it was funny they did Idol with Nicki Minaj. Yeah, that was nice. It was random, but I do feel like Nicki wasn't there just to clout with them. You know what I mean? I feel like, I mean, I don't have anything against Nicki. I don't really listen to a lot of her music, but I'm not like a hater. Like every now and then she drops songs that I like. But I feel like the collab with Idol was pretty tasteful. Like she wasn't trying to use them for their name. You know what I mean? So I liked it. It was random. What's good, Korea? You know I've been a boss for my whole career. I'm about to jet in the Leah. I thought it was random, but I feel like she wasn't just using them, so I kind of liked it. Like she was even promoting it on her Instagram and everything, so I liked it a lot. LAS makeup, OMG. If we're talking about British shows, Misfits, yes, that is like the first one I got into. My friend Bria was like, "You gotta watch this show," and I'm not gonna lie though, I stopped watching. Spoiler alert! After the black girl died, I was like, I'm done. This is stupid. Like I felt like they were just trying to like get rid of people and then like replace them with people who already like them. So I stopped watching after she died. That was annoying. Then the dude like did some time travel to try and save her life, and he like never hear from them again. Yeah, so I think I watched like the first, was that like 2 or 3 seasons of Misfits, and I stopped after that. I was so mad I was so mad. Oh, I was so mad. You can stop me loving myself. Alrighty. Wait, now we're talking about Nicki's ethnicity. I mean, all I know is she's from Trinidad, and she's like, she has some South Asian or East Asian ancestry. I don't know much. I know she's from like Trinidad and Tobago. That's like all I know. I can't wait to see her son. I want to see what her son looks like. Little Nikki. Nikki said on her radio show that she wanted to pop up on their concert in the Rose Bowl, but around the same day she had to go to LA, so she was sad she couldn't do it. Aw. That would have been really cool to see them on stage. No, but see, I feel like if Nikki was on stage with BTS, she would be like seducing. They're making them like, they'd be like, they probably wouldn't know how to react, like with all that booty and like her, like probably like air whining on some people. They probably go, oh my god, they would just glitch and not function. I would pay money to see that. Oh man. Pamela Hobbs, what would be the best place to visit in Korea? I think one of my favorite places was Nami Island. It's not that far from Seoul. It like maybe like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour train ride. And you can do you can zip line all year round there. It's like, it's pretty because people like to go camping out there. They have like these lakeside houses. It's like water sports and activities and stuff. But I feel like, you know, I'm basic because I keep saying how much I love Han River. I love Han River. I will never not want to go biking around Han River. It's fun to just drink and listen to people sing by the river. You can get a tent and just hang out there. I think Han River, Nami Island. Yeah, I think those are 2 of my favorites. Now, when I go back, I want to check out more Busan because when I went, it was a 3-day weekend. It was Buddha's birthday and Children's Day. Or was it just Children's Day? That was a weekend. We had a 3-day weekend in May, and it rained the whole time. So we didn't really get to do a whole lot, but the little bit of time I was there in Busan, I really, really liked it. And I wanted to go to Alice's Table, because I think, like, Jimin's family owns a cafe or something called Alice's Table, but I went with not BTS fans, so they didn't care to go, and I didn't want to go by myself. So I was like, fine, I'll just come back and go later. Like, oh, man. Serrana Charles? How long did it take you to do your hair by yourself? Girl, this took like 2 days. Oh my god. It's funny because if I really put my mind to it, I can get it done in a day if I don't sleep. I've done that before. Or I'm just like, I'm gonna finish. I'm not going to sleep until it's done. I remember waking up, braid in hand. I was like, oh, because I fell asleep. I was watching The Haunting of Bly Manor, and I fell asleep midway through that, braid in hand. So yeah, it took me 2 days to do this, but every now and then after I wash my hair, I gotta redo a few. So I did just redo some of them because like they get loose. I know some people don't wash their hair while they have braids, but I keep braids in. I'm probably gonna keep this in for like another month or two, maybe more, or I might switch to Senegalese twists because they're so much easier to do. But yeah, I have like this amazing like shampoo brush. It just feels so good. I can still use it with my braids. It's just it makes them come loose, and then I gotta redo them. Yeah, so this took me 2 days, and then I accidentally made them a little bit longer when I redid them. So that'll be fun. And the thing that sucks is when when your hair is growing out. Normally I could just cut it and take it out there, but now I gotta cut lower and take it out. So 2 days too long. Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, bop, cut it, skirt. Oh, Pamela Hobbs' father opened a restaurant. He's so sweet. No wonder Jiminy is nice and handsome. Yeah, that's what they want you to think. Oh yeah, Bly Manor. Mia Mormon, the plot twist. And people were asking, oh, did you like Bly Manor more than Hill House? I actually did. I like Bly Manor more. It was perfectly splendid. I thought it was really cute. It was perfectly splendid. Arya, sticking with the pointy and snow. Do you watch other international vloggers like Sunday Love, Diane in Korea, Megan Bowen, or Cornico? Cornico? Yes, I've seen some of Sunday Love's vlogs because I'm like, I want to go back to Japan and vlog there. And Megan Bowen was like the OG for me. The first vlogs I ever started watching from Korea, like about Korea, was Simon and Martina. They had the channel Eat Your Kimchi, and that was like what got me into it because they did like full nightlife vlogs. They got me into dramas. They talked about like the cultural differences, and they're Canadian, so it's kind of similar to the US. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. And because I was watching that, Megan popped up, and she was still a teacher back then. So I was like, I could teach in Korea. That could be fun. And I remember Simon and Martina went to Japan, so I was like, oh dang, like now it was Eat Your Sushi or something. So yeah, I've definitely, there's a ton of like international vloggers I watch. Like that's what got me started in wanting to go to Korea. I was like, ooh, this looks lit, and everybody's saying how safe it is there and how fun it is. And it was 2014 was when I really took this plunge down the rabbit hole. It just happened. YouTube got me there. YouTube said, watch this, now watch this, now watch this. And I was like, I'm going to Korea. And I've never got to talk to Megan Bowen, but I did see her once. And was it a New Year party for come bringing in 2019? She was there with her now husband, and I didn't want to bother her. I didn't want to be like, I'm a fan. Oh my gosh. So I was just like, wow, that's Megan Bowen. It's so cool. Now my friend Bria, she was over there twerking with her. But I was like, I'm gonna leave her alone. But she seemed nice. Like Bria was like, yo, she's so cool. She's so nice. But yeah, I usually don't really get to meet them or see them, but I've watched their stuff for sure. That's what got me where I'm at now. Jessica, I have a very important question. Are there a lot of roaches / water bugs in Korean apartments? I ask because of how they do their bathrooms and shower. I've never seen any roaches or water bugs in Korea. It's actually funny because I think the first time I seen a roach or a water bug in a long time was when I came to LA last summer. We're at the Airbnb, and I was about to go wash my hands, and it crawled out of the drain. I was like, what the? And my friend Erin lives in California. She's like, yeah, that's pretty normal here. I'm like, they just live in the drain. Like, what? So I've never seen any roaches or water bugs in Korea. Now they do have like huge mosquitoes, and they don't go away. Like I've been bit by mosquitoes as late as like November, December. It's annoying. I can't really think of any unique bug situations that apply to like my apartment in Korea, but I've never seen a roach or a water bug there. But that could just be me. I've never seen one. you do get the spiders. Like the daddy long legs are still there. Like you'll just look up and it's just one in a corner. Like, where did you come from? So that's normal. Like you still see those. But yeah. Nada White. Epic only hires native English speakers. Yeah. Well, for them, native English speaker means you're a resident of Canada, New Zealand, the US, the UK, Ireland, South Africa, and Australia. Those are the 7 countries they accept, and they consider you a native. And it's really annoying because there are a lot of countries where, though English may not be the official or dominant language, a lot of people grew up speaking it fluently. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of like diplomatic, what's the word I'm looking for? Cooperations they might have with those 7 countries, or alliance. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but yeah, it's only those 7 for some reason. I mean, I know there are people in like Poland and India and Nigeria who speak fluent English, but if I don't know. I really don't know how those laws work. It confuses me. Oh yeah, Kenny JD. I used to watch her story times. I think she made this one about NB2, and I was like, oh, I'm never going to NB2. And then I did go, and I was like, yo, it's just like she said it would be. Now she does her review in a beat, like she reviews like a bad movie and does her makeup. I get kind of depressed watching people do makeup videos because no matter how hard I watch these, I can never make mine look like that. I'm like, what is wrong with my hands? Like, I can't. I feel like I'm doing the most, and then I see myself, and it looks like I tried to do it while I was blindfolded. It's not great. Can't get in the way. I want a feeling. Sims Rock 99, y'all roaches creep me the hell out. Yeah, I remember that one that was in my room here, and I didn't know roaches could fly until I saw it like fan out like it was about to fly. I've never seen them that big, and it's probably because we got like a lot of lush vegetation and garden in the backyard. So if I open my window, they come in. I thought it was a creature in my room because I heard something crawling on the floor and it's dark. I'm like, what is that? So then I finally turn on my light and I see it on the wall. It was, oh my god. I didn't sleep. I had to have a friend come over and kill it. I kept trying to spray it with bug spray and it would not die. Oh boy. But yeah, speaking of story times, well, I guess it's not really a story. I do have a video that I am uploading once this stream is done. It's about the pros and cons of dating in Korea as a foreigner. Because there's some things I really do miss about it, and some things I'm like, never again. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to like talk about it a little bit, you know. Mia Mormont, CC, did you get rain yet? Yeah, actually a week ago, it was raining here, very briefly, but it accumulated enough, like I got the smell of it again. And it's funny because I saw it in the forecast, so it was like Monday, and it said it was going to rain the weekend. I was like, don't play with me. Do not play with me. Like, don't say it's going to rain, and it'll be like, psych, it's not going to rain. And as we're getting closer and closer, the percentage chance went higher and higher. Oh my god, I was so happy. It did rain. And it's funny because it rained Saturday, and most people were like, why would it rain today? Like, this sucks. Because we were wanting to celebrate Biden's victory, but we also got a double rainbow after it, so it was really pretty. The air was crisp. It was cool. Oh my god. I love this weather right now. It has been in the 60s and 70s for the past like 2 weeks. This is the weather I live for. Now, when it was in like the 80s and the hundreds over the summer, that's when I stayed in my room and did not want to be bothered. I just sat in front of my fan, binging anime, don't talk to me. But I like cool weather. So this is like the weather I want to go hiking in or something. Like, I really want to go for a hike. It's lovely. MRI, have you taken the topic exam? I kneel. Nope, I have not. Honestly, it's like I don't even know what it stands for anymore. I thought I did. But yeah, I never took that exam. I never got a TEFL. I literally had nothing. Like, I don't know why they hired me. I just said, fuck it, Trump's president, I don't want to be here. I applied. They said, come on over. I didn't really prepare in any special way for teaching in Korea. I just said, well, let's hope for the best. And it worked out. But yeah, I didn't take anything. Now, I've met people who have taken like TEFLs. I don't know about the topic, but I do know a few people who've taken TEFLs. Yeah. Mia Mormont, it It rains here all the time in London. Take it, take the rain. I would gladly do that. And I think that's another reason why I got so into like British dramas, because it's always gloomy and rainy when they're investigating stuff. I'm like, ooh, I feel like I can smell the rain through the TV. I'm weird. I love rainy weather. Oh, excuse me. Sims Rock 99. Were there any other dream careers or aspirations you had before wanting to travel to Korea? Yes, since I was 10 years old, ever since I saw the movie Twister and the movie The Day After Tomorrow, I was absolutely sure I would be an atmospheric scientist, a meteorologist, or a climatologist. And it's still something I want to do. I'm just really bad at math. And I just kind of got more sidetracked of being adventurous as opposed to like just hunkering down and studying. You know what I mean? I want to try to do both. But Korea was only supposed to be a 6-month detour. I was only supposed to be gone for 6 months. But then I was like, let's make it a year. And then when I found out I was going to have the chance to experience the mainland and not live on Jeju, because I'm not going to lie, if the talk program didn't end in Jeju and I would have stayed in Jeju for the second year, I wouldn't have extended for a year too. I only extended because I was like, oh my God, I got the chance to live on the mainland now. This is what I wanted. So it was supposed to be 6 months, then a year and 6 months, then 2 years. And I was like, all right, it's time. And when I came back here, I felt like I didn't really get to travel as much as I wanted to in Korea, because when you're a teacher, you don't get a lot of time off to travel. So I said, ooh, flight attendant. And that was, my goal last year. And I've been waiting ever since because Corona. But I still definitely want to get back into like environmental and atmospheric sciences. That's been my thing. I want to be those people that's like chasing the tornado, flying to the eye of the hurricane. That has always been my thing. I used to watch the Weather Channel on loop. Like my mom's like, you watching this again? I'm like, leave me alone. And I was like 12. That is my thing. I very much care about like the environment and the ecosystem, the climate, all that good stuff. So that's been my long dream. Yeah. Forgive me if I don't say your name right. I'm really bad with names. I was awful in Korea. I used to piss off my kids. They'd be like, teacher, because I could never say their name. Luethu D, is the staring worse in Seoul or in Jeju? Honestly, it wasn't that bad in either, because I think Jeju is a real touristy spot, and so is Seoul. Now, when I was in Taean, my second year of living in Korea, and I moved to Taean, that's when it was bad, because, we had like a good foreigner hub, because we were all pretty much based around, like all our apartments were near the bus terminal, so there was a good amount of foreigners in and out, but that did not stop them from being in the terminal just taking pictures. But it's not that bad in the more touristy places. It's the countryside where you're going to be like looked at like you're an other. What is that, a foreigner? Kiki Yonsuji, I told my friend that I wanted to go to Jeju. Honestly, I think people would love Jeju. I just felt a little bit cheated, because even when I went to like the embassy, because it's a pretty lengthy process to apply. So like I first applied from New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. I was still on campus, so the closest consulate to me was in New York. So I had to go to New York, and they're interviewing me. That was the first interview. And they're like, how would you feel if you were based in Jeju? And I'm like, great. I would love it in Jeju. Because I don't want to be picky. But I was like, please don't let it be Jeju. Because I felt like I was kind of being cheated from like everything on the mainland. Like the culture and visiting notable cities and notable sites and places and stuff. And I did fly from Jeju to Seoul or Jeju to the mainland like 2 or 3 times a month. It was not really common for me to just spend the whole week in Jeju. Like that was just not my thing. It's a really pretty place. The beaches are lovely. Like Hamdok Beach is still my favorite. The water is turquoise. It's a beautiful place. And Mount Hallasan is the highest mountain in South Korea. Now, on the whole peninsula is Baekdosan, but that's like North Korea and China bordered. So if you want to climb Baekdosan, you got to go through China and do it from that side. But yeah, Mount Hallasan is the tallest peak there. You can see it from everywhere on the island. It's gorgeous. It's really pretty. You're like, oh, there's Hallasan. I climbed it once. Took forever. But it's a really pretty island. It's a really pretty place. They got their palm trees, which is misleading because you would think it doesn't get cold there, but it does. just like the rest of the country. I remember snow days. Like, the snow was so bad, my teachers called and said, stay home. Like, don't get on the bus. It might be dangerous. Just stay home. It gets cold. Don't let that be misleading where people think it's a tropical, warm no, it gets cold. Yeah. It's really pretty. I just didn't like it because I wanted to do more on the mainland. So, yeah. In the eye of the hurricane. Sorry, I'm a little obsessed with Lin-Manuel Miranda and Hamilton. His name is Alexander Hamilton. Kiki-yeon Suji. Well, I already lived in Seoul, so I wanted to see Jeju. People, I mean, that's why it's a common, like, getaway place. Like, even my friend Bria finally got to go to Jeju for Chuseok this year. And she was like, oh my god, like, it's so pretty here. I love it, girl. Which is, it's nice. It's really nice. It's just, it was boring for me. Like, the only club I remember seeing was called Monkey Beach, and it was in Seogwipo. I lived in Jeju Sicheong, like Jeju City Hall. And Seogwipo is on the south of the island. I lived on the north of the island. So if I want to go to a club, that's quite the commute. And they even had all these deals with taxi drivers where if you show your receipt to the people in the bar, they'll let you get some free drinks to, like, cancel out what you paid for the taxi. And there were some clubs, like, in Jeju, but they were, like, for older people, like the trotting clubs. So yeah, I would only go to the mainland for actual clubbing. Yeah. In the eye of now the song's in my head. Okay. Muffin, I know you answered this question before, but I forgot, so I'm gonna ask. Where are you from? I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, 2 blue places this year. I like you. I am from Baltimore, Maryland. Be more in the hizzy. I should not have said that. So yeah, I'm from Baltimore, but I primarily have grown up in, like, the Owings Mills area of Maryland, Reisterstown, but also I lived in Erie, Pennsylvania for 2 years. I used to live in Philly as a kid because my dad's from Philly. So, like, we kind of did back and forth, Baltimore, Philly, Baltimore, Philly. I lived in Virginia, New Jersey, Florida, Nevada, now California. I said Jersey, yeah. But I'm from Baltimore. I'm just a Dorito. Have you ever attended Jeju Walking Festival? No, I don't even know what that is. The only festival I went to in Jeju, it was like a college festival sort of thing, where that's when I saw Crush perform. Oh my god. Because honestly, I worked during the week, so I didn't really do a whole lot of sightseeing in Jeju during the week because I had to work. And then on weekends, I went to Seoul. So yeah, I didn't do a whole lot in Jeju. Every now and then, I did go to the Fire Festival. Have you heard of that? That was pretty lit. No pun intended. There's a Fire Festival that's really cool. We went, it was like March 2017, and like literally it was cold as hell. It was like early March, so it was still pretty cold out. And we all got on this bus. We went out into the middle of like nowhere, and it was like all these like fire performers, and it was like on a mountain or like a hill where it spelled out like Jeju Fire Festival in Korean, and it was set on fire, and we kind of just stayed and watched it burn until it like fizzled out, and then we went home. So yeah, I did do that. Yeah, that was really nice, and the fire felt so good because it was so cold. I've done a few, but no, I've never heard of the Walking Festival. Kanye Mayer? Are there music festivals in Korea? There are a ton of music festivals in Korea. For one, they have like EDM stuff. That's not my thing, but they have a lot of those like dance gatherings and festivals. But they also like every spring have like artists and idols and groups come to perform at various colleges, and the tickets are usually free, if not dirt cheap, and they're usually pretty packed. But yeah, music festivals are very, very big in Korea. Kiki-yeon Suji, did you ever go to the Mud Festival? No, I didn't. I was invited to go, but I was like, that seemed a little messy. Mess isn't fun for me, especially since it was like hot out. People are like, the mud cools you down. I didn't know. And then imagine being like just muddy and dirty, and I can't even like go to bed with no. It's just I don't want to say I'm fully a germaphobe, but I kind of am. And just getting in mud with a bunch of strangers did not seem fun. I did want to do that festival where it was like a paint festival sort of. It was like powdery paint you throw at people and everybody like sprays water guns and stuff. I did want to do that, but I was in Busan and I had no way of getting to Busan from Jeju. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I missed out on. So there's some things I definitely want to do next year, depending on how back to normal we get from Corona, because I know they say the vaccine is on the horizon. I hope enough people take it. I don't really plan to, but yeah. In the eye of the hurricane. I'm just a Dorito. Any heard of Carrie Cake? She attended the festival this year. I met her once. I was at what clinic was that? I went to a skin clinic and it was an awkward first meeting because she's laying there on the table with this clay mask. Like, it was like a rubbery, heavy clay mask where she had like a slight slit open to breathe. So she couldn't really talk. But they're like, yeah, this is Carrie Cakes, this is Cece Lesson 3. And they're like, oh, hi. She's like, so like she was funny, but I didn't really get a chance to like talk to her. But I did see her. But yeah, I know she does like a lot of vlogging. I'm trying to get into vlog. Like, vlogging is my favorite. Vlogging is fun because you can record beautiful stuff. You can be in the moment. You can add your music and your edits and stuff. I miss vlogging so much. And that's why when earlier this year, I pretty much ran out of the backup vlogging that I had from last year in Korea. I was like, I don't have anything left. I can't wait to start vlogging again. There's just so much I want to just record and capture. And then especially when you can like go back and look at it again, it just puts you back in that moment. Like, I can't tell y'all how many times I've gone back to watch my Hong Kong vlog because I love Hong Kong so much. I love getting my tattoo there. I love the beach there. It was Middle Bay Beach. And I was just so excited to be there because I had wanted to go for so long. And seeing like the Symphony of Lights, and it just puts you back there. So it's really fun for nostalgic purposes as well. I can't wait to start vlogging again. Aw, Jayla. Hiya. Yo, y'all are too nice. And then even when I think about the Hong Kong vlog, you can tell how I felt about a vlog if I put Just One Day from BTS over it. If you hear 하루만 너와 내게 함께 할 수 있다면, you know that was like a really good day for me. Because that is like my most happy-go-lucky sounding instrumental. Like, I love that song so much. So even when I hear that song, I just remember being on the beach and seeing those lights at night. Oh God, I miss Hong Kong a lot. 하루만 너와 내게 함께 할 수 있다면, 하루만 너와 내게 함께 할 수 있다면, do it, do it, do it. Ugh, the memories. Oh, Emanuela is the, oh God, Nagawi? Bye and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. I don't know if the N is silent or if the G is silent, or if neither are. I can't read. LAN stars, are you in Korea right now? Nope. It is a sunny day in California. I think in Korea right now it's like early in the morning. What time is it in Korea right now? Seoul time. It's probably dark as hell over there. 6:04 in the morning. Yeah, no. I would not be up that early. Oh, Jayla, I just really enjoy your content. Thank you. Jessica, you said it in a video once that you don't like Jay Park. Why? Is he rude? I mean, I don't know him. I don't know if he's rude or not. His music just never vibed well with me. I always feel like he tries really hard to be like this swaggy dude, and he's just corny to me. Like, nothing against him. I don't know. I don't really, I like one song. I like that song, Me Like Ya. Baby, me like ya. I make you feel so good. That's like the only Jay Park song I was like, I love it. The rest I'm just like, ooh. A little cringe. Pamela Hobbs' favorite Corey Kenshin episode. Oh, that's hard. He did this one Spooky Scary Sunday with this story that somebody submitted called "There's a Man in the Woods." And honestly, that story was great. Like it rhymed. It was like a spoken word, but Corey's reaction to it was so funny. But of course, if you guys have seen it in my videos, I've been using it lately. The one where he's reacting to the clown statue, and he like, I love that one too. He's like, what statue? It's hard to pick just one, but I did just see him playing Spider-Man, and I haven't seen him that happy in a while, so that was good to see. He was like, I'm a black man playing as a black Spider-Man. Yeah, Corey, because my name is Corey Kenshin. Oh, yeah, he's hilarious. Abigail Richards, do you listen to ATs? I like one song called Thanks. There was another song, I don't even remember it anymore, but it came out last year that I liked. I mean, they're okay. I don't not like them. Inception was okay too. I kind of liked Inception. But I don't really listen to a lot of new groups because they're just too young. And it's just, like, when I start to see people are all born in, like, 2000 and beyond, I'm like, yeah, nah. Because my little sister was born in 2000. And I remember when I was, like, 7, and I was, like, holding her, like, yeah, it feels weird. Fatima A, are you planning to live in Korea long term? Nope. I definitely don't plan to ever move back to Korea permanently. Like, I got that out of my system. It's a great place to visit. Like, I definitely love being there. I don't ever plan to live there long term. I don't know where I'll be long term. I don't even see that being in the States ultimately, but I'm definitely not gonna, I'm sorry, what statue? Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, what statue? And then he played the Kingdom Hearts. Oh, my God. Whew. Sims Rock 99. Do you like Jessie, though? I feel like y'all are listening to all the people I don't like. There's more people I do like than I don't. I think the only artist I actively just don't like to listen to is Jessie and J Park. The rest I don't really have like any particular meh with. It's just like, oh, I've only heard this song, so I don't know much. But with them two, they just seem so corny to me. I just, I like Nunu Nana, but that's only because it gets stuck in my head whenever I hear it. But yeah. Sadie Celise, was there a dress code while teaching in South Korea? It depends on your school. Because some of my friends weren't even allowed to wear jeans, whereas I could wear jeans as long as they were. I used to wear like dark colored jeans, not too tight, but I mean, it didn't really matter all that much. But dark colored, no rips in them. Because I came fully like it was about to be like a corporate job. Like I had blazers, blouses, and slacks. I didn't have to wear those. I started wearing jeans and a blouse to work. I would, keep it at least this one buttoned up. Jeans and a blouse are pretty much my daily wardrobe, but some people weren't allowed to wear jeans. So like, it depends on your school. There's so much that just varies from school to school. Different holidays, different days off, sports day stuff, requirements. Yeah. For me, I never wore skirts, not even some of the longer ones I had. I wore sweaters sometimes when it was cold. Yeah, pretty much dark jeans, sometimes a blazer, and a blouse. That was usually my go-to. I could wear a t-shirt sometimes too in the summer. I would like that if it had like something fun in English on it or something K-poppy, and my kids were like, "Teacher, you like Monster X?" Oh my gosh, that used to be fun because that's how you get closer to them. Because I'm just like you guys. I think I had a t-shirt that said Trespass on it. It had like the Monster X logo. My 5th graders went wild. "Teacher, you like Monster X? What?" Like, yo. Nearly Kadori, but why can't she just say she had her butt done? I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting work done. Like, people do it. Whatever makes you happy. It's your body. Do you. But why lie about it? When your thighs look like this and your butt look like that, we know it's fake. It's nothing wrong with... let me not go there. Oh boy. Jehovah Shalom. Since everybody is texting in English, annyeong, because we're talking about Korea, saranghaeo, everyone. D'Amica Odi? Did you know Eric Nam? I do like Eric Nam. I first found out about him kind of in a weird way. I was watching that show After School Club or something, and he was there. And then I remember he was on Running Man, and they're like, yeah, he's like, I'm from Atlanta. I'm like, you're from Atlanta? And I started to take him a lot more seriously after that. But yeah, Eric Nam's cool. I like how he jokes about how he should just join BTS. I'm like, that would be interesting. Yeah, he's cool. Oh yes, Sims Rock 99 hoodie, adios. Oh my god, I love that song so much. Natonale, natonale, I Ooh. Oh no, Mia Mormon, I'm sorry, but I don't like Hwasa. Yes, hate me. I love Hwasa. Oh no, I don't hate you, but no. I love her. Like she don't give a fuck. I remember she got into this scandal because she wasn't wearing a bra. She's like, why are you looking at my nipples? Like, I like her. Like, she seems like the realest, most normal girl. I really like her. And then her infatuation with Rihanna just makes her seem so much cooler to me. I'm like, oh, she likes Rihanna. Like, that is, you can tell by her style too that she really likes Rihanna. I think it's cute. I like her energy. How long have we, so it's been like an hour so far. You guys have any more questions or comments that you guys want to talk about? His podcast. Eric has a podcast? What is he? I'm curious. What is he? I wonder, is Eric Nam like into American politics at all? Because like he is American, and he's from like a newly blue state. So like, I wonder if he voted and like all that good stuff. I'd be interested to hear his podcast though. Like I like his he has really like genuine R&B vibes. I like Eric Nam. He cool. Whew, it's getting hot in here. The very first time that I saw your brown eyes. His podcast is hilarious. Okay, I've never been one for podcasts, but I'm gonna have to look into a podcast then. That sounds interesting. Nicole Snow, what degree did you get? I have been studying geology, but I haven't finished yet. The last time I was in a class was actually December of 2017, and the plan was when I came back to the States I was gonna finish, but school's expensive. I have like one more year to go. Not even a full year, like a semester and a half to go. And yeah, but geology is my major. Lauren Contreras, what other gamers do you watch on YouTube? I like Jacksepticeye. I like Poise, Corey Kenshin, Markiplier. Yeah, I think those are like the main ones. Like the commentary ones, because there are channels like this one called like MC Ice and Fire, where they kind of do like a silent game through where they just play it, you don't see them or hear them, and I kind of like those too. Prince Taylan? I hope I said that right. Has anyone seen DPR Ian's new song? I haven't. I've heard CL's new song, and I saw like Christian U in the video. That's a really good song too. I like CL a lot. But yeah, no, I didn't hear his song. Oh, my leg. My leg's falling asleep. I'm just prep it up here. Muffin, oh god, yes, Jacksepticeye, his first Animal Crossing video is my favorite. I saw this really funny TikTok video where this girl said, isn't it funny how when the pandemic started, we were playing wholesome games like Animal Crossing, where we were just like, just building farm communities and getting along with people, and now several months into the pandemic, now everybody's playing Among Us, where like there's an imposter and we're trying to kill him. I was like, how about that? Like, Animal Crossing was all the rage and it was a peaceful game, and now Among Us, where it's like, who's the killer? It's like the game everybody's talking about. Kiki Yonsuji, you gotta watch Dashi. I've seen a few of his videos, but he's a little too loud for me. My man, what you doing? Like, he's a I've seen a few. Like, and I've seen him do some with Corey Kenshin too, but also my friend Bria is a huge Dashi fan. So I've seen his gameplays. I'm like, why is he always yelling? She's like, that's just how he is. So that's a little, I've seen it. I've seen him. Not my forte, but yeah. So I think we'll go for another 14 minutes or so to make this like an even hour and a half. And I'll upload my next video, the pros and cons of dating in Korea. Oh, Poise! And it's funny, even though Poise is loud, his screams just, his laughter and his fear is so contagious. He's just, them scream. I'm just like, oh my god. But it's funny, because like he don't look like he has that range in them octaves. Oh god. Do you know all about the hype about Corpse Husband? It's weird because I don't know if I'm thinking of the same one, but I thought I remember Corpse Husband being like a scary story channel where they would like read like scary Reddit stories, and then suddenly I was watching like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye play Among Us, and I see Corpse Husband as like one of the other people playing, and in his deep voice, I'm like, that sounds like the same dude. Like I thought he was like a scary story channel, and now he's a gamer? I don't know if it's the same one, but if it's that Corpse Husband, then I remember some of his videos. Because I like to watch like animated scary stories on YouTube. Jessica, you are such an Aries. Really? Because I feel like I'm a fake Aries. Like, whenever I look up how Aries are supposed to be, people make it seem like, oh, Aries are like the leaders and the life of the party, and they exude confidence and all this stuff. And I'm like, that don't sound like me too much. Like, it's easy to talk to people on my phone, but when I'm in a room with people, I'm just, you're talking to me? Okay, well, here's my thoughts on that. I usually don't like to have like an opinion on things because I don't like to disagree with people because then people get upset. Yeah, I've never been told that I'm an Aries before. I know it by birth, but I've never heard somebody say, wow, you're such an Aries, because I feel like I'm more like a Pisces, which makes sense to me because my brother, my mom, and my dad are all Pisces. So yeah. LA and Stars, can you upload another story time? I love your story times. Well, I did just upload one 4 days ago, Monday or Tuesday. I don't have all that many stories. Like I'm trying to remember stuff that happened, but some things aren't worth telling. I'll be like, yes, I had this tea, it was really good. Annyeong. People were like, what? That's the story? So I did just upload one. I had a really bad scare with peanuts when I first got to Korea for orientation. But today's video that I'm uploading is just like an analyzing pros and cons of dating in Korea. Because like I said, there are some things that I really, really miss. Where I'm like, why aren't guys here more like that? And there are some things where I'm like, thank God I don't have to deal with that anymore. So yeah, there's some things. But like, there aren't all that many stories I have. That's why I need this pandemic to end. I need Corona to get under control so I can go and live a life and make some more stories. Because I'm just like, God, what else happened? I'm like, what? I do have one that I'm saving for closer to Christmas. Because y'all, and it's funny because I recorded this last year and I never uploaded it. And I'm like, why didn't I ever upload that? And then I realized I accidentally deleted it from my computer because I'm dumb. So my first Christmas in Korea, we ended up having to go to the hospital because my friend drank too much. So that is going to be a story time that will be maybe like December 1st to bring in the holiday spirit. I don't know. Sometime closer to Christmas, I will definitely do that one. But I've already shared all of the boyfriends or dates that I've had in Korea. I don't have a whole lot left. I mean, I've been clubbing a lot, but there's only but so many. So this boy grabbed my ass. Like, there's only so many stories that people would care to hear about because it's all pretty repetitive after a while. um, Muffin. I'm a Sagittarius for real. I love traveling. I can be impatient, and what I say is very different to what I think. What I think is too blunt. I will say I am very impatient, but I think after teaching, I hide it better, and I'm a bit more just relax. Any minute now. But I'm still, I think that's like an Aries trait that we're impatient too. But I don't think I'm as bad as I used to be. Growth. Nigga face Chalamet. Uni has been killing me. I really am curious what it's like to be a student during this pandemic. Because I heard that the UK is also on like another 4-week lockdown, right? Which we need to do here because Americans don't know how to act. We had like 154,000 cases yesterday. Just yesterday, new ones. It is so ridiculous. But like I've seen TikToks of people like, it's funny because yesterday was Friday the 13th, and this girl did a video how she said, how many times do you think, it was like, if I had a penny for how many times I had to pack up and move on Friday the 13th, I wouldn't have a lot, but you'd be shocked that happened twice because March 13th was the last Friday the 13th, and that's like right when the US was like, okay, Corona's a thing, we need the lockdown. And to have another Friday the 13th, and she was saying how she has to move off campus again, I'm just like, that's crazy. It's so crazy. I do miss university though. I miss my friends. I miss like the clubbing environments. Like, oh, frat bro. I miss like having to dress cute for classes because this boy you like that never looked at you anyway. Oh man. I remember we had this geological field methods class. I used to love this class because every Friday we would literally just get in like a van and we would drive up to like the Catskills in New Jersey, sometimes closer to New York, and just take like ground samples, and we would have to make like stratigraphic columns. There was this boy I thought was so freaking cute, and I was a junior, and he was only like a freshman or a sophomore, but he was a sophomore, I think. Yeah, he was a sophomore. He was so cute. He never noticed me, I'm sure. He never looked at me, but we had to work together this one time, and I knew we were going to work together because I got the email about our teams. I was like, all right, I got to be cute. I got to get my boots. In case it's rainy, I'm going to bring an umbrella. We can share it. Like, I was plotting all of this. He was so cute. Never. The only thing he ever said about me was my name because he was Egyptian, and he recognized my name. He was like, oh, like the goddess. I was just like, because that was like the first time in months at that point that someone acknowledged my name as more than the terrorist group. Because everybody's like, oh, like the terrorists? Bruh, that gets so old so fast. So he's like, oh, like the Egyptian goddess. I was just like, you, sir. I appreciate that. It put me in such a good mood. But I don't think he ever like saw me that way, so that kind of sucked. But he was so cute. Oh, man. Alright, I think I missed some important comments. Let me go back up. Oh yeah, the vaccine, LAN, SARS, and apparently there's a vaccine. Yeah, they've been saying like it's from Pfizer. It's like ready-ish, and by next month they're gonna treat like 25 million people. But by April they hope to treat like the world. We'll see. But again, I don't really trust anything that Trump has been like active. It's gonna be ready, folks, before election day. I'm gonna wait. I gotta wait and see this first. And Pfizer claims it's gonna be free for people. We'll see about that. I don't know, man. It's just when I see people not wearing masks, still, like we're approaching 250,000 deaths in America alone, and people are like, it's a hoax, it's fake news. Like, I honestly feel like if you refuse to wear a mask, you should be fined. My friend told me in Korea you get it's 100,000 won, which is approximately $100 US. You get fined for not wearing a mask in Korea. I think that's how it should be everywhere. 1. 2, I mean, it's like a seatbelt. Like, you can not wear your seatbelt if you don't want to, but it's for your safety, and it's a little uncomfortable, but it's for your safety. You get fined or a ticket if you don't. I think it should be like that with masks. I also think if you say, masks restrict my freedom, then you should sign a waiver that says if you test positive for COVID, you can't take up a hospital bed. You can't go to the hospital to get treatment because it's a hoax. God's gonna protect you, right? That's what you were saying. So pray on it, recover at home. 3, I really think the government needs to shut down here again because clearly America has not proven that we know how to act responsibly so that we can go to bars or go out to eat or whatever. Because even people still invite me. They're like, hey, you got any plans this weekend? I'm like, nope. They're like, why not? I'm like, Corona. And they're like, oh, well, eating outdoors is safer now. Everything's open again. I'm like, that does not mean it's safe. And I did see studies that showed that a lot of new cases come from people who have been eating out. It's so frustrating. We've crossed more than 10 million cases in this country. And I don't know if I'm being overly optimistic, but I really do feel like once Biden's administration takes over, you're going to see this, like, it was like this back in the spring, this over the summer, this now. I feel like it's going to be like this when Biden takes over, because he's going to actually give a shit. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I did hear, and I learned from TikTok. There was a British dude saying that he was watching the election. He's like, well, the UK is about to go on a 4-week lockdown. He said, we're hoping for the best for you in America. We're all going to be watching, so please don't mess this up again. I was like, 4-week lockdown. That's what we need to do here. But that's never going to happen, unfortunately. I feel like I'm rambling. I am sorry. Eve, CC, are you ready to get booed up? Honestly, I don't know, because not only is COVID horrible right now, but also I don't even know where I'm gonna be. Like, I'm too much of like a drifter. Like, I'm home, I'm in Korea, I'm in California for an unexpected 8 months now. I don't see myself being with anybody for a long time unless somebody's willing to like travel with me. I just don't see how that's very practical. Yeah. Oh man. Queen Joy, my B-day's on the 23rd, my first COVID birthday. I want to say happy belated. It's I mean, I feel like everybody ends up with a COVID birthday. Mine was in April, when that was the only month that America was actually shut down. So I literally couldn't do anything. We did just walk around. We drove to the beach and just walked around there. And then I came back and did my first live stream. So that was my birthday this year. Happy belated though. Oh man. Me and Mormon, all the Korean food I was getting. I miss Korean food so much. I miss being able, like, honestly, even after COVID's gone, I'm gonna have this paranoia. Like, I'm gonna be looking around like everything is covered in COVID, putting on my mask in between bites. Like, I'm gonna stay paranoid. But I miss, having the lettuce wraps and picking the juicy piece of pork belly and your garlic and eating with your hands without, like, I feel paranoid. I don't even like to eat with my hands when I'm out anymore. I'm like, I'd rather use a fork that I brought. Like, I did go out last weekend. Like I said, we were celebrating Biden's win, and we went to a Japanese restaurant, and I got tonkatsu ramen. I freaking love that. So we were able to get like this table where nobody was. I was like, that's the only way I'm gonna eat out is if there's nobody around us. And they asked if we wanted silverware, but I was like, I'm good. I have my own. And then I had my spray. I was spraying the area like in between bites. I'm a paranoid person. I'm not trying to get COVID, man. So yeah. Ronnie at 2410. I had my Korean food as takeaway, lol. Yeah, honestly, I've been giving a lot of my money to Postmates. They get a lot of business from me. I keep getting notifications like, you got a new code today. I'm trying not to, but then again, I had donuts. I ordered donuts yesterday. Had the leftover today for breakfast. It's no good. It's no good. Oh, Kiki Young CG, I was supposed to be in New York. I miss New York. It's fun. Oh, my phone's over. It's fun, and it's always a good time. The diverse crowds. I love winter in New York. I know it's weird, but it feels so Christmassy to me all the time. I love all the lights, and you can hear the festive. It's a wonderful time of the year. I love it. I remember I got to see the Rockefeller tree lighting ceremony back in 2012. My cheating ex-boyfriend, his roommate got us VIP passes, so that was really nice. New York is always a good time. I love New York. I haven't been there. Well, actually, yeah, it was just back in March. It was my mom's birthday, and she loves the Wendy Williams show. So we went to a Wendy Williams show right before it got bad in New York. When we went to New York, it was like March 5th or 4th. It was early March, and it was like no cases of corona. It was like 4. And as we were driving out, we saw it spike up to like 30, and we're like, oh, we got out just in time. And then it just hit the fan later. Yeah, because my mom's birthday's March 7th. She's like, how you doing? She loves Wendy Williams. New York is always great. I think we can wrap this for today. It's been an hour and a half. Yeah. Plus, I want to post this video before it gets too late. So, yeah, guys, thanks for joining me today. I don't remember how to end these because it's been like over a month, I think, since I did a stream. Oh my god, this feels weird. So, thanks for watching if you did. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm not sure when I'll do my next one, but I'll try to give you guys like plenty of notice again before I go live next time. Because I think this time I like, hey, on Thursday I'm going live. So, yeah. I'll talk to y'all later. Annyeong. Send me all your questions and comments still. I'll still be here.